let's get started then. So we'll start with a little warm-up, shall we? Okay, just twisting then. Feels very odd, this. I think I put some music on last week. Could you put that? Yeah, put that CD on that's already in there. That'd be great.
Is it the top?
It's on already, yeah, it's in there. So just turn it on and press play, and you might have to turn the volume up a little bit. Okay, walking your feet out, and we're going down to the left, and to the right, and to the middle. Oh, walking your feet out, down to the left, and to the right, and to the middle. And walking your feet out again. Perfect, yeah. Down to your left. We've got traditional Chinese music in the kitchen in Armley. Beautiful blend. To the middle. Okay, and just lunging to your left. So we're stretching down the inside of your leg. Try and go as far down as you can, get a good stretch. Then onto your toe, stretching down the front, get a good stretch. And then swap sides. So we're lunging, stretching down the inside of your leg, onto your toe, stretching down the front. And then back to the middle, down to the left, and then over to your right. Get a good stretch, should feel it down the back of your leg. And then to the middle. Walking out, we'll do one more of those. So down to your left, stretch. Down to your right, stretch. And to the middle, stretch. Walking your feet in. Okay, left foot forward, right arm back. Just swinging your right arm. Try and get a good vertical circle if you can. So you're working your shoulder joint, other way. And then change arm, change leg. So same again. Try and keep your arm straight and do a circle past your ear. Other way. Both arms backwards and forwards. And opposite directions. Change direction. And change again. Shoulders backwards. And forwards. Shrugs. And looking left and right. Side to side. Forward and backwards. And circle. Both ways. Okay, circling your feet. One at a time. So you, Bill. Other way. Point. And pull back. Turning out. Turning in. And circle. Pull back. And then knee hugs. Okay, the other side. Circling your feet. Other way. And pointing. Pull back. Turn out. Turn in. Circle. And pull back. Up front. And circling your knees. Both ways. And bend and skip back. And hugging your knees. Touching your toes. And circling your hips. Both ways. And shake off. Okay. Just going to see who we've got. John Barber, welcome aboard, sir. Dom. Hello, Dom. Richard.
Hi, Tim. You right, bud?
How are we doing? You all right? Mohammed.
Good, thanks.
Oh, we've had a few late arrivals. Hello there, guys.
Story of my life.
Welcome aboard. So, yeah, I was just saying to the others, you're all on mute as you arrive, but if you want to ask anything, just unmute yourself and come out. Okay. Has anybody off the bat got any questions they want to ask? If not, we'll crack on with a bit of first form.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you've got any questions, pop them in chat. Use chat as a bit of a resource for your questions, or just come out, unmute yourselves, and ask away. Okay, we're going to go through first form now. So incidentally, I've been popping things in the private group as well. You've probably seen them. Have a look in there. There's loads of resources that I've been posting this week, so do use them, particularly the ones on first form. Okay, so we're going to go through this pretty slow. So get ready for a bit of a nice deep stance and a good workout. So sink down as low as you can get. Left hand on top. So left fist to center, punch, locking out, pull back, working your wrist, 1, 2, 3/4, close from your little finger, squeeze and relax and pull back. Right fist to center, punch, locking out, pull back, 1, 2, 3/4. So try and work your fingers and your wrist as much as possible in that wrist stretch. Okay, we're going to do left hand. Make sure you're sinking right down in your stance. Definitely don't lock your knees. Get as low as you can to the ground. So concentrating on the arm that's moving, pushing out the left tan sao. So we're going to do this pretty slow. So don't go any faster than me. This should be done as slow as possible, so you shouldn't really see the hand moving even. That's how slow it should be. Round into Wu Sao. Coming back to guard and position. Gently dropping into fox owl. This is first fox owl of 3. Concentrating on the arm that's moving. Slowly pushing forward from the elbow. That's first fox owl. Round into woos owl. Let your elbow drift out. Back to your guard hand position. Dropping into second fox owl. Pushing forward from the elbow. Round into woos owl position. Back to guard hand position. Dropping into third and final fox owl. Should have the knuckle of your hand in centre. As soon as you can, get that elbow in behind it. That centre line. That's third and final fox owl. Inside pack. Back to centre. Straight palm. Locking out the arm. Wrist stretch at the end. Squeeze, relax and pull back. Same on the other side. So starting with hands out. Concentrating on the arm that's moving. Relax as much as possible. Round into woos owl. Allow the elbow to drift. Back to guard hand position. Dropping into fox owl. As soon as you can, get your elbow in behind the wrist. So we've got the knuckle and the elbow in centre. First fox owl. Round into woos owl. Second fox owl. As soon as you can, get the elbow in behind the wrist. Second fox owl. Round into woos owl. Let the elbow drift. One more fox owl to go. Dropping into third fox owl. Pushing forward, get the elbow back in as soon as you can. Round into woos owl. Back into guard hand position. Inside pack, back to centre. Chun, straight palm, lock out, stretch the wrist. Pull back. Second section, explosive energy. So relax all the way to the end, explode energy on the end, and then relax again. Lift up, around to the back, double heel strike. Behind you, back to your body, around the front, fingertips up. Energy on the end, left hand on top. Fox owl. Should be able to see your fingertips here, looking directly forward in your peripheral vision. So don't lock your arms out straight like this, keep them in your vision. Back to lance owl. Jump. Sinking elbow. Tan. Lap. You. Bend from the wrist. All the way down. Bend from the wrist again. Back up. Circle and wrist stretch. Squeeze relax and pull back. Third section. So this is left again, outside pack, side palm, fingertips out, locking out, stretching. Outside pack, side palm, locking out, stretching your wrists. Tan, guard. Tan, Yun Sao, low palm. Lock out the elbow, lift, stretch, and close. And again, Tan, guard. Scooping Tan, Yun Sao, low palm. Should be able to lock out your arm after that palm. Lift, wrist stretch, and close. Bong, Tan, palm. Again, you should be able to lock the elbow after that palm. Make sure you don't lock your arm on a strike. Bong, Tan, palm, lock out, wrist stretch. Guard Sao, into center. Locking out, wrist stretch. And pull back, and then close your stance. Okay, anybody feel that in their legs?
Yes.
Hopefully you did.
Can I ask a question?
Please do, yes.
What's the difference between the Wu Sao and the Hyun Sao? Because the handshake looks the same to me, but
Wu Sao just means guard hand. So this is, oh, you mean this movement? And
yeah,
this,
well, you do it in the first section and the third section, I think, don't you?
yeah, so first section, we're doing it on the way back. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So that's a guard hand. So we're controlling center. Whereas our Hyun Sao, we're either moving around something or we're moving something.
Oh, okay.
So let's I use this as a, this is my arm. I'm using the Hyun Sao to either move around that and strike or to move it.
Right.
So that's what the Hyun Sao in the third section, we're doing it from here. So we're doing a Hyun Sao using the wrist to move something, or we can use a lighter move just to move around something. So it's kind of similar to these movements in a lot of ways, but these are less aggressive, if you like.
Right.
So in third section, you might use the Hyun Sao to move somebody's arm. So you'll generate the power to do that by using all these wrist stretches. Whereas in first section, it's kind of more passive. We're just relaxed. So we're just changing the position around from a Tan to a Wu Sao. But yeah,
Right.
it's very similar. I can understand what you mean.
How far back do you move? When you go back to guard, do you bring it right to your chest, or is there still a space?
No, so it's going to be about where your guard hand would lay.
Okay.
So think of where your punching position is, where your guard hand position is. That's where it wants to be. So it's roughly, should be a good thumb's distance at least. It's about a fist distance away from your chest.
Okay.
So think of your bong and guard position, your traditional guard position or your punching position. That kind of gives you your guard hand position. It's about, yeah, it's about just about a fist distance away from your chest is a good rule of thumb.
Cool. Thank you.
Cool. Anything else? So we've got 10 minutes before our clap for the NHS. So what I'm going to suggest is we just run through that same form again, but we're going to do it a lot quicker. And that kind of gives you a bit more time to absorb all the moves. Okay, so we'll go through that again. So if you're learning the pattern, it's easier to do it quicker. Once you've learned it, you should be doing it very slow. Slower than that if you can. Okay, so center line, left fist. Gonna cram this one, right fist. So starting with left Tan Sao, pushing your Tan Sao all the way out. Round into Wu Sao. Coming back to your guard position. Dropping into Fox Sao. Fox Sao number 1. Round into Wu Sao. Allow that elbow to drift out. Back to guard position. Dropping into your second Fox Sao. Pushing forward, get the elbow in. Round into Wu. Back to guard position. Dropping into third and final Fox Sao. Round into Wu Sao, let the elbow drift out. Back into guard hand, inside pack. Back to center, straight palm. Locking out, stretch. Other side. So Tan Sao, pushing out from the elbow. Sink as low as you can in this. Should get a good leg workout from this. Coming back into Wu Sao. Dropping into your first Fox Sao. Get the elbow in as soon as you can. Round into Wu Sao. Back to your guard hand position. Dropping into your second Fox Sao. Round into Wu Sao. And back down. Guard hand position. Third and final Fox Sao. Round into Wu. Back to guard hand position. Inside pack, back to center. Jig Chun, straight out, stretch. Really work these stretches. They're going to help you generate power in your wrist and suppleness. Second section. So left hand, relax, relax, relax. Energy at the end, then switch off. Relax, relax, relax. Energy, switch off. Up, round, strike, back. Fingertips up. Energy at the end, left hand on top. Back Sao, right hand on top. Chun, so that's sinking elbow. Tan, lap, view. Bend from the wrist, all the way down, all the way up. Rotate the wrists out, wrist stretch. And third section, outside pack. Side palm, locking out, stretching the wrist. Outside pack, side palm, lock out, stretch the wrist. Tan Sao, Gan, Tan, Yun Sao, low palm, lock out. So we've got Tan, Gan Sao, scooping into center, Yun Sao, we're moving something here, energy on the end, lock out, lift and stretch. Bong, Tan, Tok Sao. So again, after this strike, lock out, wrist stretch. Lots of wrist stretches. So lock out after that strike. And then Gans. Place the back of your hand on the top of your forearm. So this is sliding down, we're twisting both hands at the point of impact. 1, place, 2, place, 3. Punch, punch, punch. Locking out and then stretching again. So notice there's a lot of wrist stretches in this drill. So use them to get your wrists nice and supple. Okie dokie. Any questions? We've got about 4 minutes and then we've got the, we're doing a little break to clap for the NHS. I like your logo, John. Check out John's logo.
Yay! Yeah, I've been doing the doing it slowly, but it starts to get to your legs. So I can only do the left hand side, and I have to stop. So I think it's about 7 minutes or something, just on the left arm.
Brilliant. Well, that's a good start. Yeah, I mean, I can feel that in my legs now. So yeah, that's the way to do it. Just slowly build it up and try and do a little bit more than you do previously. And every day you'll develop your legs and you'll be able to go longer and longer. It should give you a proper workout first form. Okay, so we're gonna have a little break. We're gonna applaud the NHS, and I'll see you back here in a few minutes. Oh, from Richard, thank you, Richard. After double view in second section, what's the idea of the double pull down and lift up? Is the lift up like a warding off blocking move? So this move at the end, so we've got section 2, facts out, jumps out, tan, lap, view. This is to show you your range of well, your range basically.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we've got that's as low as we're gonna strike, and that's as high as we're gonna strike basically. So it's giving us our range.
Right. So it's sort of like when you establish your centre line at the beginning.
So yeah, we're determining as low as our hands will go as well. So we're not taking this down here because then we would lose some of that. So we're kind of going to our hips. So we're going to our hips and then to our shoulders.
Oh, okay.
So it's just kind of marking our range, I guess. Thanks for that. Good question. Anything else anybody wants to do? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Would you remind me, Tim, as well? Do you know when we're doing the walking with the kicking, what we do when we transition from back to forward?
Yes, right, let's do that first off. Okay, so we're going to open our basic stance, then relax your feet so you're in Chun stance, all right? So your toes are pointing directly forwards, sink down, and then just pivot on your heels. So this is and then face this way. So we've got so I now should be in Bumar because I've gone from facing this way to facing this way and turning. So I'm in Bumar facing this way. Then all you have to do is allow your hands to swing and pivot all the way around and face the opposite direction. So you're doing a 180-degree turn, all right? So all we're doing is allowing our hands to swing, a little bit of a munsao on the end. So what we're doing is going past our punching position and then dropping back into our punching position. Okay, so let's just do these by the numbers. So going from our punching position, turn, turn. So we'll just do one to each count, okay? So make sure this is swinging through like a pendulum. Come up beyond your punching position and then drop back down into your punching position. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just keep going. I'm going to just have a look. Okay, so Ian, just watching you. That's good, except you're keeping your backhand as a fist. So you're doing one hand open, the other hand closed. So when we're doing munsao, so basically what we're doing is swinging from here, we're turning, opening our hands. Swinging through with a munsao and a guard hand. So we're coming through with both hands open. Then we're dropping back into both hands closed. So we're basically trying to just create this blasting out anything that might be behind us as we're turning. So we're kind of clearing the pathway and then dropping back into guard. So hands open, hands closed. Yeah, open your basic stance. Just sink down, toes pointing forwards, and we'll just drill turns to start with. And then we'll move on and do tick kicks. So this is just concentrating on your feet. Obviously, we've just been doing turns with the turning Mundsau position. So just running through turns in your own time. No hands, just your feet. Make sure you're pivoting on your heels. Weight should be evenly distributed. Make sure you, over the feet, it should be evenly distributed over the feet, but you're shifting your weight from one hip to the other. So you are moving from one side to the other. Turns should be fast and stable. I'm just going to look at everybody's feet. Can't see yours, Ben. Looks good though from there, but I can't see your feet. So try and angle your... You've got a sofa there, Mohammed.
Yeah.
It's okay. I can just watch your weight distribution if you can't see your feet. That looks good, Richard. Richard Clark, that is. We have two Richards. That's good. Richard Ashton. Your outside foot wants to point a bit more towards the camera. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Yes, well adjusted. Mark Lees. Who's that? Mark Lees, good. Just sink your weight a bit more and widen your stance. Bill, I can only see the top of your body, but that's okay. I know you know them. I know you know the turns. Ben, good. Sink down a bit more. So all that sinking in your first form should help you here as well. So obviously, the reason there's lots of stuff in your first form that's going to be of benefit to you, whatever else you're doing. So keep going back to that. Mohammed, the outside foot doesn't turn that much. Yeah, it wants to be 45 degrees. So not at 90 to the camera, more like 45. Your inside foot's good. That out, so stop there, Mohammed. I'll stop there. Now turn that outside foot towards me slightly. There you go, perfect. That's where you want to be. And then sink your weight down a little bit more. Okay, good turns, everybody. So we're going to do some kicks. Okay, so we'll just turn and we're just going to do standing kicks. So picking the foot up and kicking towards your knee. So we'll just do one to each count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then turn. And again on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What we're looking for is make sure that toe's turned in, make sure you're in your bumar facing this way. Picking the foot up, turning it out, and you're kicking for your own knee height and putting it back down again, same stance, okay? So just in your own time, turning, kicks to the knee. Do about 10 on each side, and then turn, kicking the other side. So obviously you need to keep your weight over this leg, and it's going to give you a good leg workout. But make sure you're not shifting your weight. So Ben, make sure that toe turns all the way out. So remember on the kick, this is a stomp kick. So your toe should be turned all the way out because you're going to be hitting, gives you more surface area to kick with. And if you miss, you're not going to end up with your back to somebody. You're going to end up facing them. So turn that toe all the way out for the kick and turn it all the way back in. That's better, Ben. Turn it all the way back in when you place it down. Can't see you, Mohammed. I can only see your upper body. So start off in your bumar stance, Mohammed. So same as we were just doing with the turns. Turn and face, that's it. Now kick. And then put your foot back down where it was. So you're narrowing your stance. So make sure when you're doing this, you maintain this stance. You kicked and you're putting your foot back down exactly where it was. Yours, Mohammed, you were coming back here, so it's going to be too narrow. So kick and place, kick and place, kick and place. Turn, kick and place. You shouldn't have to shift your weight for this because your weight should be in your back leg. John Barber, keep that front toe turned back in. So when you place it back down, turn your toe back in at 45. So you're not offering the knee as a target. I'm looking at your feet, Bill. Make sure you're coming back into your basic turning stance and your feet are nice and wide. Can't quite see, but it looks a bit narrow from here. Mark Lee, make sure you're turning that toe out on your kick. Good, Richard. Richard Ashton, good. Ian Pearson, yeah, that's good. So let's move on. Stopping kick. Okay, so we'll start in the same turning stance. So in Chun Q rather, we're in Lansau position. We're just lifting that foot up, placing it down. So let's just drill that. So we're lifting the foot up, placing it down. Lifting the foot up. Sorry, let's break this down. Let's not do the Lansau. Turn that toe out, lift the foot up, and then place it down, toe turned in. So turning the toe all the way out, lifting straight up, and then placing back down. And pivot when you need to. Turn that toe all the way out, lifting up. So this is stopping kick. So we're not kicking out, we're just putting that structure in place. It's a stopping kick. So lifting up, stopping kick. Lifting up, stopping kick. Lifting up, stopping kick. Lifting up, stopping kick. So again, weight on the back leg. Just lifting straight up. But your toe must be turned out. Good for your leg strength, this as well. No kick out, Mohammed. We're not kicking out.
Okay.
So make sure your stance is nice and wide. Yeah, we're just putting that foot in place as a stopping position.
Yeah.
To stop somebody who's incoming, potentially. Losing your balance there, Dom. Richard Clark, good. Richard Ashton, good. Ian Pearson, good. Make sure you stance, you turn on your toe then, Ian. So yeah, when you, yeah, when you turn, make sure that's nice and stable, that turning stance. You look a little bit narrow, if anything, on your stance, so I would try and make that a little bit wider. It's hard to see from the little pictures I'm looking at here, but Mark Lease, make sure that toe is turned all the way out. So as a breakdown, this is my Bumar. Pivot that foot all the way out, lift it straight up and then down again. So we're pivoting out, lifting straight up. We should have a bend on our knee. So we're turning out, lifting up, and we're basically stopping something coming in with this structure. So this wants to be nice and aligned with that back leg so it can take pressure. It's not easy to do this, and it's going to give you a nice strong leg. You look like you're a bit out of room there, Ben. Try it the other way, Ben. You've not got enough space, have you? Yeah, try it that way. There you go. Huh. Who's out of breath already?
Me?
No sitting. No
Oh.
sitting allowed.
Oof.
Okay, so we're gonna run through second form now, which obviously has your turns and your kicks in it. There's not a lot of space in my kitchen, so I'm going to be doing very small steps. So if you've not done this, just follow along best you can, and try and stick with us. We'll go through it nice and steady. Okay, so hands, knees, toes, heels, and then relax your feet. So checking center, left fist, punch and stretch, right fist, punch and stretch. Both hands into center, energy, turning to the left first. Views, tans, toxals, 1, 2, 3, palms, 1, 2, 3. Through into lan, fingers. Turning bong and guard, back to lan, fingers. Turning bong and guard. One more of these. Through into faksao, jump, palm. Going to do the same on the other side. Energy, right hand on top. Views, tans. Right toxal this time. Palms, 1, 2, 3. Through into lan, fingers, look, turning on guard. How many is that? I've lost count. I think that was 3. Faksao, jump, palm. That's our first section. Second section, aggressive lan, stopping kick, what we've just been drilling. Stepping, bong and guard, checking centers. Tiny steps. Same on the other side, so aggressive lan, stopping kick. Stepping, checking center. Arm. And then third section, turn, low kick. That's what we drilled before the stopping kick. Dai bongs. In that space. Views. Arms. So right toe drifts back. Pivot on the heel and the toe. Kicking the knee. Dai bongs. Flat tans. Toe. View. Jump and palm. And we look over the left shoulder, lift the left foot, pivot on the heel, kick, place, gums. 1, 2, 3, punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's our Chun cue. There's quite a lot of information in that, so if you don't know it, don't worry. But use this as a replay. I'll post the replay in the private members area and send a link to it out in the email as well. Anything else? I know we rushed through that. We're all right to go over a bit if you want to ask anything else or go through anything in particular. But we covered turns and steps. We covered turning munsaos and Chun cue. We kind of blasted through Chun cue. So have we got any questions?
No.
Just a quick one, Tim. You know, when we're over here, we've done our, when we're turning back, I don't know if you can actually see my feet, but we turn on our heel and toe.
Yes.
Is there a reason why we turn on our heel and toe at that point and not through any other time in the Wing Chun?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, so I'm not sure of that. I'll see if I can find out, but I'll show you what Richard's referring to. So this is to show, so what we've done here is 3 dai bongs and tans, and then we're stepping up to show we can draw the feet together. Then we've got 1 foot drifting back. So this, I guess the answer is, this is going to be a step. This is going to be a backward step. But the reason there's a sudden change is there's something behind you. So this position, the ideal way to do this move is to turn on a heel and a toe to get back into this a covered stance. So basically, it's going to be sort of like a mid move. So I'm about to take a step back, okay, except something's coming from behind. So the only way to kind of get into this strong stance from that position is doing the heel and toe turn. So that's kind of my best guess, I guess.
Yeah, it's like speed sort of things turn around for the attacker behind.
Yeah, I mean, if you knew there was something coming behind you, you would probably, yeah, you mean, I don't know, because your feet are together, you've got to get out of that awkward stance. So I suppose you could take a step forward and turn, but you'd still have to do a toe and a heel to gather your stance back together.
Yeah.
So, good question.
Thank you.
But it puts you back in your boom mark.
I'm going to make my dinner now, so thanks very much, Tim.
Cool, John. Thanks for coming. Have a good dinner. I'll catch you.
Yep,
soon.
guys.
Thank you very much.